Welcome back to CZ Adventure, and today we're headed up to the Cascade Mountains here in Oregon to do a little bit of van camping. I got my dog Alcy here in the back, and I have a specific spot that I believe we're going to be trying to camp at tonight, so hopefully that works out. We're actually headed up to a spot that I've been to before, and I'm hoping I could catch a couple of trout. I brought a little Weber grill, and I'm gonna set up the awning that I have installed on the van, and I'd love to just have a little camp out, cookout type thing under that awning next to the van with my dog. So I'm really looking forward to getting to our spot. We're getting pretty close. Going up in elevation a little bit, and as you can see, there's a little bit of snow still left on the road. I'm sure it's going to get pretty cold tonight, so luckily we have diesel for the heater. This is the exact spot I was thinking of. I have a suspicion that there's some good trout holding up in this pool right here, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna pull the awning out and test that out for the first time, and this is gonna be our front porch area with the view of the river right behind us. Okay. He's such an adventurous dog. This freaking dog is fearless. He just jumped straight into the rapids. It is massive. Alcy, come! So we figured out the little awning that we have set up for the van. It's a 6x8 awning, which allows us to have a nice little outdoor space when we come van camping. I'm gonna set up a chair and a little table here. Come here, boy. Good. Alcy, sit. Give me a paw. He's got his little rain jacket on him to keep him somewhat clean, because he's gonna get super muddy. So we got our little home base set up, got a nice chair, table, our tackle, and then our fishing poles under this nice awning. Got a dog with zoomies and an awesome river to fish. So I think we're gonna go down there and kind of check out the conditions. So we have a container full of a couple of creepy crawlies that we're gonna try to catch a trout with. I went into my garden and I found some slugs and some little night crawlers, and looked like a trout would want to eat them. So we're gonna try some live bait before we throw a lure in there. Here's the little slug that we're gonna try as our first live bait. Honestly, I truly needed to come out here into the wilderness and hang out in my van down by the river. We're all rigged up with our little slug on our hook, and we're gonna go down there and see if we could catch ourselves a trout, maybe for dinner or for lunch tomorrow. great for this little slug. I'm gonna try one of the night crawlers and see if that does the trick. So here we have a couple of night crawlers that I had found in my garden, and let's see if it'll produce a trout. And honestly, if I don't catch a fish today, I'm perfectly fine with that. Just getting outdoors and being one with nature is enough for me. Not too many people get to experience true wilderness like this. Now we're gonna try this pink little rooster tail spinner. Let's get back down there without killing ourselves. It's pretty sweet because right outside of our little hangout area, we got the trail. Oh my God. Seems like he needs some practice. Pretty cool. Got a little spring coming out of the rock here. This freaking dog is fearless. He just jumped straight into the rapids and he's surfing it down. And he figured it out. Good boy! Yeah, he's a tough little dog. We got a Pacifico here. So it's about 6 o'clock right now. I think we're just gonna sit here and enjoy this beverage. Just gonna relax, listen to the river, watch the dog run around. And just in case we didn't catch any fish, I made sure that we would bring a dinner tonight. So tonight we'll be having some chicken tacos. Gonna keep it really simple and delicious like always. Not too bad of a camp for the night. Pretty cozy looking cabin, eh? So we came inside really quick to get the dog his dinner. Whoa, boy. Center. Wait. Okay. It's dinner time for him, and that means it's dinner time for me too. I'm getting pretty hungry. It's gonna be a cold one tonight. I could already feel the temperature dropping quite a bit. Glad it's not raining though. I was able to be outside this entire time, so that's great. in the van. Being able to come out here and just pull my van right up next to this beautiful landscape, hanging out with my dog. It's simple living, but truly meaningful. It's time to make some dinner. When we almost got stuck back over there, well, we didn't almost get stuck, but let's just say we had to use a little bit more power than we should have. Everything came flying out of the refrigerator, and I kind of had a feeling this would happen, but the magnet on this is pretty good for normal transit on the highway. I'm telling you, we probably jumped a couple of roots and rocks getting up. I just had to floor it up this little gravel muddy hill, so that's okay. But luckily our eggs didn't go flying out and breaking. That would have sucked. Dog just insists on laying on my pillow, soaking wet. You're lucky you're cute, buddy. So as you can see with my cabinet, I went with this cubby system where my stove slides right in and out, and essentially just have open-faced cabinets besides this bottom one. And I love it. No doors get in the way. I got my little garbage can right here and propane back there and extra tall things. So, I don't know, I think this came out really well. I wasn't sure how I liked the look of it at first. The fridge in here, I think everything came out looking really cool. Look at that. Just gonna cut up some of this lime for our tacos. And like I mentioned before, we're gonna be having some chicken tacos tonight. But before we get into that, let's squeeze a little bit of lime into this cerveza. I don't typically drink a lot of alcohol. Granted, I did have my college days, but nowadays I prefer to not be hungover and be able to get outside and recreate. But when you're having tacos in your van down by the river, you gotta have a good beer. Come on. So this is gonna be super easy. What we're gonna do is throw this chicken in to this pan that's already preheating, and there's a variety of things in here already. It's just been marinating for a couple hours. There's a little bit of hot sauce, paprika, garlic, salt, pepper, a little bit of soy, some Worcestershire, just some things to kind of make a sauce and marinate it. Typically just kind of make up recipes as I go, and if I see something, I could typically replicate it. Let's get a little bit of air in here. Taking the extra time to completely encase this entire camper van in cedar has really given it the log cabin aesthetic. I truly feel like I'm just sitting in my cabin next to my river, and I cannot tell you how ecstatic I am right now. Now that we have a nice sear on our marinated chicken breast, I think we're gonna add some cheese directly to this and just kind of have it melt on top. And this way it'll sit in the tortilla really nicely. Add some lime. And then a little bit of cheese directly on top of this chicken. We're just heating these corn tortillas up directly on the burner. I think just because we have it, got to do a little bit of hot sauce on each one. So let's go ahead and try out one of our cheesy chicken tacos. Oh man, that is delicious. Just savory and going to be a little bit of a hearty, filling meal. It's getting dark out now. Can barely see the river now. I can hear it. Simple meals in a van are ideal as well, because let's face it, doing dishes, it's not the most fun thing to do, especially in a tiny space. Luckily we have this pretty decent sized sink to clean a pot or a plate. I noticed that it was raining pretty hard outside, and I decided to take a step out of the door. This awning is awesome. I could be outside in a rainstorm, be dry. It's just pretty much like having an enclosed porch at your house, but instead it's an awning in our cabin on wheels. Still can't believe we're this close to the river, man. This is just awesome. Hopefully we could do a little bit more fishing tomorrow and increase our chances of catching something. Alright, I'm coming back in. It's cold. Gotta make sure he's all wrapped up so he dries. Turn our diesel heater on. If you're looking for a good dog to bring in the outdoors, if you're an outdoorsman and like to recreate, mountain bike, run, fish, camp, all the above, Springer Spaniels, great decision. This is a completely different type of camper than the Astrovan. That was more car camping. This is an RV. Close to finishing that book. That's pretty good. I stopped for a moment because I'm gonna have an orange. It's a snack here. Late night snack. Juicy orange. Finished that. Now I'm pretty tired. It's 10 o'clock. Wow, time flies. Well, what do you say? I think it's time that we go to bed. We will see you in the morning. Good night. Okay, go on. Well, as you can see, it is raining today. It's a bit of a wet mess out there right now. But luckily we're nice and warm in here. And I think it's time to make a little bit of coffee. I hope I got a good shot of him swimming down the river yesterday. That was pretty funny now that I'm looking back on it. Good boy. I've never actually tried this before, but I have some Black Rifle Coffee Company, a coffee bag from them, and I'd really like to try this out. Let's see what it smells like. It smells alright. Not really a fan of instant coffee. I do like fresh ground coffee, so this will be interesting. Guessing to just kind of make it like a tea bag, so if this completely sucks, we'll make some AeroPress coffee, but I just want to give this a shot. Black Rifle Coffee Company. So if you're noticing in the back here, I have the factory blinds that are really nice. They pull down and pull right back up, just like this. But I went to pull this one up last night right before I went to bed, and the left side cable just snapped. It looks like it's just brittle. But for now, I just have it hung up on a little hook that I have back there to hang jackets and whatnot. Just gonna put the lid on that for a little bit, and hopefully this tastes good. It's probably not the best idea to leave the awning out last night. It really filled up with water since it's just a canvas material awning. I thought it would kind of keep the ground around me dry, but there's nothing dry out here in the Pacific Northwest woods. If you're in the process of doing a van build and you're watching my videos, I'd highly suggest just going with a propane stove, because I can pull it out and use it on the countertop. Last night I just left it out knowing I was going to cook breakfast this morning, and the best part is I can take this and put it on a picnic table or on a tree stump somewhere, so it's portable. And this one in particular actually has a simmer control on it. So the biggest problem with propane stoves is they typically burn pretty hot, and this one you can get it nice and low and slow and simmer things. So it said to let it steep for 3 minutes. It's been maybe 5 or so. So it looks like a normal black cup of coffee. Why don't we make some breakfast tacos? Sounds pretty good. Got 2 of these guys. This has to be one of the most beautiful riverfront properties that someone could ask for. Glad it was ours for the night. Oh no, it's turned into one solid crystal. Just gonna scramble them up a bit. So we got our scrambled eggs right here. I'm gonna plop these tortillas right in here. So, change of plans, we are going to be making the best breakfast quesadilla. So I warmed those tortillas just to soften them. I'm gonna add a little bit of avocado oil to the pan, and then just a tiny bit of salt to that. Spread the oil and that salt around to Throw the cheese down. Gonna get our eggs down on top of that now. The contrast of the crispy corn tortilla and the soft eggs and cheese will really complement each other well. So my review on the Black Rifle Coffee Company instant coffee, I'll give it a solid 6 of 10. And flavor, definitely kind of more that instant coffee style. But if you threw a couple of those in your backpack, if you were going backpacking with your Jetboil, pretty convenient, tastes not too bad. So, okay, probably wouldn't buy them just to keep them in the van. Time to flip this monstrosity. It's probably gonna go everywhere. Oh, success. And look at that crispy fried shell. Well, I would love to sit in that chair and hang out at the table that I have set up outside, but I'll get soaked out there. It's pretty much just soaking wet, so that's okay. I'll hang out in my tiny cabin and enjoy my breakfast. Good boy. Well, we went fishing for a little while, maybe an hour or so, and no luck. But that's alright. It was awesome just being out there. I would have stayed outside longer, but this is all the gear that I have, and I'm gonna start becoming pretty wet and cold if I didn't get inside soon. I just want to thank you all for watching, and also remind you to get out there and go build something awesome. As always, we'll see you in the next adventure. Now that's a cup of coffee.